A warm greetings to all my loving students. Students, we will be continuing with the third part and the last part of lesson number 2, nutrition in animals. Before that, students, we have studied various subtopics like the different ways of taking the food, a very important topic that is digestion in humans. In this, we have studied about the human digestive system and the parts of the alimentary canal associated with the same. Starting from the mouth and the buccal cavity till the anus, each and every part we have discussed in detail. So students, that's all so far you needed to know about human digestive system. Today we are going to start with other animals, digestion in grass eating animals. Can you see this? So have you observed cows, buffaloes and other grass eating animals? They are continuously chewing something into their mouth. Actually what happens is they quickly swallow the grass and store it in the part of the stomach called rumen. Can you see they are eating grass? The cow is eating the grass, and the moment it eats the grass, it instantly gulps it up. Through this esophagus, it will go into this bag, this greenish part, and that is a rumen. Okay, it's digestive system. Okay. Now, here the food gets partially digested and is called curd. Okay, in this rumen, what will happen is partial digestion will take place and something called as curd will be formed. Curd is nothing, C-U-D is a partially digested food. Now, but this is, since it is partially digested, we need complete digestion. Human beings, similarly cow also needs complete digestion for the purpose of nutrition and energy. So later the curd will return back to the mouth in small lumps. And now the animal will chew it continuously. This process of continuously chewing is called as rumination, and hence the animals are called as ruminants. Okay. The grass is rich in cellulose, a type of carbohydrates. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. So we cannot eat grass. We cannot just eat methi also like that only. We have to cook it. Raw methi cannot be eaten up by us. Why? Because the plants and the grass have cellulose lining on them. Outermost lining in their cells is made up of cellulose, which humans cannot digest. Whereas animals, like basically ruminants, can digest it. So ruminants have a large sac-like structure called as, for you, let us see. This is a rumen. This is a sac-like structure called rumen, and it is present between what? This is esophagus, and here it is a small intestine. Between the esophagus and small intestine lies rumen. The cellulose of the food is digested here. So rumen, the purpose of eating fast and going into the rumen is the base partially digestion includes the cellulose digestion. Here in the rumen, cellulose are digested. And how do the animal digest it? There are certain bacteria which are present in it which will help in the process of digestion. With this, bacteria are not present in humans or any other animals who are not ruminants. So this bacteria will act on the cell wall, on the cellulose of the grass, and that will help in the partial digestion of food. Once this partial digestion has taken place, again the partially digested food from the rumen will go back to the mouth of this animal in the form of small lumps called as CUD curd, and there again the animal will further chew it up. So they are in the continuous state of chewing. And then the further it is not mentioned in a book. After that, again, like how in human beings, the food will be going into, again the lumps will return and it will go into the small intestine where the complete digestion will take place. Then it will enter into the large intestine. Okay, this is the large intestine. Here the undigested food material will enter, water will be reabsorbed, and what is not needed the unwanted food material will be egested. So students, so far you have learned about animals which possess the digestive system, which have a proper digestive system for carrying out their digestion. But there exist animals who are unicellular, who are just made up of one cells, and therefore they cannot carry out the what we can say digestion through a special organ. We are multicellular, so we have different organs for or different systems for carrying out different life processes. But what in the case of animals who are only made up of one cell, so in that one cell they have cell organelles concerned with the functions that they want to perform. So here also we are going to study about feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba is a microscopic organism. It's a single cell unicellular organism. It has a cell membrane, rounded dense nucleus and many vacuoles as an organelles in its cytoplasm. So amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. It pushes out one or more finger-like projections called pseudopodia, which means false feet. Students, we break the word pseudopodia where P is silent. Pseudo means only that it is false. Podia refers to feet. They don't have real feet like how human beings or other animals have, right? Feet structure they don't have, but that projection, that finger-like projections are working like a feet. They help the amoeba to move towards the food that they want to engulf or capture. Therefore, they are called as pseudopodia. So, finger-like projections that are extended by amoeba are called as pseudopodia, and that will help for the movement of amoeba and for capture food. So amoeba feeds on some microscopic organism. Now when it senses the food, it feels that there are some microscopic organism which it can eat or engulf. So it pushes out this pseudopodia around that food particle. It surrounds it and then it engulfs it. The food becomes trapped in a food vacuole. Now digestive juices are secreted into this food vacuole. They act on the food and break it down into simple substance. Just like how your body, human body also has various digestive juices secreted by different glands, and they will have the function of breaking the complex food material into simple ones. Similarly, food vacuoles too have digestive juices, and they will break down the food into the simpler substance and make it available as a nutrient source for this amoeba. And gradually the digested food is absorbed, like how you have absorption of food. The absorbed substance are used for the growth, maintenance, multiplication, replication of this amoeba. But the undigested one, the undigested residue of the food is expelled outside by the vacuole. The vacuole throws the undigested material outside, just like how we have the process of egestion through the anus. So we have completed very informative and interesting lesson of 7th standard, that is lesson number 2, nutrition in animal. Students, the basic process of digestion of food, release of energy is same in all the animals. Only the mechanism that they follow is different, right? So thank you. Some homework related to it. You are supposed to write one similarity and one difference between nutrition in amoeba and human beings. Kindly study the lesson carefully so that you have all the concepts clear in your mind. Still, if you have any doubt, you can just comment it up and I will be helping you out to clear the doubt. Kindly do your homework and you can just send the pics to me.